Well, hello, Florida Softball Network fans. My name is Dave, and I'm going to be your announcer for this game, as I am for the other Gators games that we broadcast here on the Florida Softball Network. This is going to be the third game of today. It's the third game in seeding play of the USSSA Sailfish Splash Tournament from Jensen Beach, Florida. The Gators so far have gone 1-1. And now taking on the Boca Impact as the visiting team. Well, first one up to bat is going to be Avilo Fitzgerald, number 10. And watches the first pitch sail low for ball one.
I don't know how to bend down. I'm not flexible. I can't bend without
Next pitch is crushed over to center field. That's over the center fielder's head. That's going to, oh, there is interference by the umpire, actually. The umpire in the way in the base path. But fortunately, Avilo able to get around it after bumping into him and gets over to second base. So nice crush there by Avilo Fitzgerald. And now coming up to bat is Cameron Solano. And there's a nice hit, but just foul to the left side. And Avilo is running on the pitch, so it looks like they're going to make an attempt to steal third base. We'll see if we can give you a look at that from this camera once that happens. If that happens, let's go back to behind home plate. And off and running she is. The ball gets away from the catcher, so an easy stolen base there for Avilo. And the Gators now, with no outs, have their first potential run 60 feet away. Here comes the 1-1 pitch for Cameron. And she watches that one high for ball two. Oh no, called a strike. All right, called a strike, I guess right at the letters. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little late call there by the umpire. And that one is hit just foul towards third base. And that one inside for a ball. All right, 2-2 the count. And that one hits her. That one hits Cameron, so dead ball. And Gators have runners at the corners with no outs. Brings to the plate now Fatima Masri, number 3. Fati watches for the first pitch. Here it comes. It's going to be well outside. And on the throw, Cameron steals second. So now Gators with runners at second and third with no outs. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. We're not certain what the call was there. I guess that's going to be a ball. So 2-0 now the count for Fati. And she hits that one. It's going to find its way into center field. A little dribbler there, giving enough time for Cameron to come around. And Fati makes it on over to second base. And on that hit, she collects 2 RBIs as the Gators go up 2-0 on the impact. All right, so now coming up to bat, number 1, Kira Sherman. And on the pitch, we have a stolen base there by Fati. And it looks like we got an exchange of catchers. Not sure what's going on there, but all right. Changing catchers, no problem. Unusual. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch to Kira. And that's going to be fouled to the backstop. Brings the count to 1-1. And that's going to be low for ball 2. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fati over there at third base looking for an opportunity to cross home plates if she can get hit in by Kira or a pass ball. In the circle for Boca Impact is Vasquez, number 25. And that one is going to get hit and make its way to center field, finding the gap between the base and the shortstop.
Batting for the Lightning, number 12, Addison.
So an RBI single there for Kira brings up to bat. Addison held. And the first pitch from Vasquez gets hit past the third baseman into left field. And Addie's on with the single.
Now batting number 7.
So now runners at first and second. Here comes Haley Hirsch to the plate. And she takes the first pitch for strike 1. Another change in the field at third base. So you've got 2 swaps of position right here at the top of the first inning by Boca Impact. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Haley. And she's going to hit that one into left field. And that's going to load the bases.
Up to bat, number 11, Reese. I got a whole lot of money. Got it from me.
And it looks like we're going to have a pitch runner for Haley. She is going to be the catcher for this game, so we give her an opportunity to get her gear on, get set. In there for is Fonte to run. And now at the plate is Reese Kennerson. Reese watches the first pitch, falls short of home plate for ball one as it rolls to the catcher. So bases loaded here, no outs for the Gators. And Reese hits a little dribbler there to the pitcher who goes home with it and throws down to first base, and a double play recorded there by the Impact. So a good break there for the Impact. They needed that. They prevent the run from scoring and are able to grab 2 outs on that hit. All right, so with 2 outs, coming to bat, Kinsley Roman with runners in second and third. That's going to be outside for a ball. And another ball that's going to be outside there for ball 2. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on the base paths. Addison held over at third. Fonte over at second, running for Haley. And that one right down the river for a strike. Kinsley swings and misses there for strike 2. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes as Kinsley steps back in with 2 outs. Boca trying to get off the field here. And that's going to be outside for a ball. All right, brings the count even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch just a little outside. Well, seeing 3-2. I guess we'll go with the umpire's count. I'm just looking here, a game changer. Looks like we might have missed a pitch. So 3-2, the ump says. And that's going to get past a wild pitch there. Another run scores. And Kinsley's going to head on over to second base. And we got runners at second and third, and another run crosses the plate. Brings up to bat now, number 99, Kennedy Copeland. And Kennedy waits for the 27th pitch by Vasquez of the inning. And that one's going to get by, and Fonte's going to come across. Oh, and it looks like a bad throw to the pitcher is going to let yet another one, and Kinsley comes across, and the Gators are able to clear the bases with 2 outs. All right, so the Impact meets real quick in the circle, try to pull themselves together. They just need 1 more out, but Kennedy Copeland now at bat, going to try to prevent that from happening as she steps in on account of 1 ball, no strikes. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. All right, no problem. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kennedy comes set, the pitcher comes set. Vasquez delivers. And that one is going to get hit fouled on the third base side. All right, so 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here on Kennedy. Pitcher waits for the pitch to come in, the call to come in. Comes set, everyone's ready to play. And Kennedy blasts that one into center field. The center fielder gets underneath it to record the third out. So Impact jogs off the field now. They are down by a score of 6-0 here as the Gators are able to put runners across and get a few runs across on a couple of errors. And as we move into the bottom of the first inning, it's Lady Gators 6, Boca Impact 0 here on the Florida Softball Network. It's the bottom of the first inning, and the Gators were able to get 6 across there at the top of the first. So now Impact with their first opportunity on offense to bring some bats to the plate and score some runs. And leading off for the Impact is going to be number 5, Colarelli. And the first pitch is fouled back to the screen for strike 1. In the circle, Avalo Fitzgerald catching behind the plate, Haley Hirsch. Over at first base, we've got Reese Kennerson. At second, Kinsley Roman. Shortstop, Addison Held. And at third, Kennedy Copeland. We'll go through the outfield here in a moment. And there's a changeup that misses for a ball. So 1-1 now the count. Your outfielders from left to right, Cameron Solano in left field, Fatima Masri in center field, and Kira Sherman in right field. All right, Avalo's third pitch here is in there for a strike. A nice frame there by Haley. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Oh, and that just misses. And she's called for going. Yes, on the appeal, the first base umpire says she did swing, and the first out is grabbed. All right, so another left-handed batter here. And that misses way high for ball 1. Number 9, Korang, is at bat. Avalo Fitzgerald in the circle. On 5 pitches so far. Here comes the 6th delivery. And this is just low for a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes to count. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. And that ball is going to get hit over to third base. Third base throws across the diamond. A nice throw there by Kennedy over to Reese, and they record the second out of the game.
Now batting number 6, Jenna Basil.
Looks like Kennedy got a little bit of dirt thrown up in the face. Clears her face, takes her face mask off, gets all set, pops that back on, grab the glove. And now up to bat, the first right-handed batter for the Impact, Mazanik. And she takes the first pitch for strike one. Next pitch is inside for a ball. Count now 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Is inside for ball two. 2-1. And there's strike two. Two balls, two strikes here. And that one's going to get looped over to the right side of the field, and a nice catch there by Kinsley to record the third out. All right, well, it's top of the second inning, and the Gators are up by a score of 6-0. First to bat here is Peyton Williamson, number 22, and she takes the first pitch delivered foul to the left side for strike one. And watches that one for a ball. Brings the count even to 1-1. What's up, Brian? So 1 ball, 1 strike the count here on Peyton. And the next delivery is drilled into left field. That's going to get Peyton, and she's going to head over to second base with the left fielder having a little bit of a challenge grabbing that ball. So an excellent leadoff there, double hit there by Peyton.
Number 10, Avalo.
And with that, we flip the order, and Avalo Fitzgerald back up to bat. And this is a new pitcher for the Impact. Robertson now in the circle. So Avalo is 1 for 1 today. She watches the first pitch for strike one. Yeah, it's in there for strike two. So just like that, Avalo down in the count, 0-2. Gonna need to protect here. Gets her feet set. Robertson in the circle, delivers, and that ball bounces. Catcher able to pick it up, throw to third, but not able to beat the speed there of Peyton. And the Gators now have a runner at third base. And an opportunity for another RBI here for Avalo. Okay, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And she hits that one high into the air to center field. It's deep enough, and tagging up is going to be Peyton, and she'll make it home safely. So a sacrifice fly by Avalo Fitzgerald, and the Gators go up by a score of 7-0. All right, now to bat Cameron Solano. She watches the first pitch go low for ball one. And she hits that one over to the right side, to the right fielder, unable to field it cleanly. And she's on with a great single there to right field. Nice hit there by Cameron. All right, now up to bat, Fati. And that one gets fouled. So Cameron's going to have to head back on over to first base. And Fati steps up. In the count of 0-1. And on the pitch, Cameron is off and makes it safely to second base. It's a count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one is hit high and deep into center field. And that drops and hits the grass. And now the Gators runners at the corners.
Now batting number 1, Kira.
Brings about now Kira Sherman. No, it's like another change of defense is now the center fielders switch. A lot of defensive changes during the game. We saw that in inning 1, now seeing it again in inning number 2. And that ball is going to get passed and circling around from second and all the way to third is Fati. So Cameron able to come across and Fati able to get all the way from first to third base on the pass pitch, on the wild pitch. So timeout called as they discuss defense. So when we recommence here, it's going to be Kira stepping back in there on a 1 ball, no strike count with 1 out. And Fati 60 feet away from scoring run number 8, standing at third base. All right, here we go. And Kira is going to hit that one, but it's going to land foul on the third base side. Brings it down even now to 1-1. And that one's going to get by the third baseman. Get into left field, and Kira's on with a single. And another run scores as Fati crosses home plate. And coming to bat now, number 12, Addison Held.
That's just something they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know.
is fouls by third base. Throwing the ball back in. And Addie steps back in on an 0-1 count. That one is skied high over by second base. And second baseman grabs it to record the second out here of the top of the second inning. Brings to bat now Haley Hirsch, number 7, catching this game. And a swing and a miss there for strike one. But on the pitch, successful steal there by Kira. She moves over into scoring position. And Haley steps back in with a count of 0-1. And that's going to get hit to the shortstop, who tries to dive for it, but it gets past her. And Haley's on with a single and a RBI as Kira crosses home plate. So Gators now up into double digits with a 10-0 lead in the top of the second inning, and Reese Kennerson now at bat. Reese hits one sky high, but out of play on the right side of the outfield. Gets tossed back in over the fence. And she steps back into the box with a count of 0-1. And a errant throw to first base. First baseman had to come off the base, so that allows a single to take place. And then on the throw, runner's able to advance an additional base. So now runners at second and third. And coming up to bat is Kinsley Roman. All right. No one's going to be a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at 2 and 3 for the Gators. Next pitch gets hit and whacked in the hole between the first and second baseman. And 2 more runs come across to now bring the score to 12-0. So with 2 outs, Kennedy Copeland now comes to bat, number 99. All right, 1 ball, no strikes now for Kennedy. And a swing and a miss there for a strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robertson now on 24 pitches, looking to deliver her 25th here. And that one is going to be hit fouled on the third base side. So Kinsley standing there at first base is the base runner for the Gators. As Kennedy steps in on a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch delivered is a swinging strike 3. Well, there's the third out for the Boca Impact, but not before the Gators are able to score a myriad of runs to bring the score up to 12-0 as we move to the bottom of the second inning here on the Florida Softball Network. And the Boca Impact now having their second opportunity at bat. Down by a score of 12-0. And Degatti is going to try to get the Impact moving here. First pitch there from Avilo, swung on and fouled towards first base for strike 1. And nice pitch there, grabs the inside part of the plate for strike 2. So Degatti quickly down by a count of 0-2, needing to protect. Avilo Fitzgerald in the circle. Pitches. And just outside for a ball. 1-2. It was swinging strike 3, and Degatti goes down.
Now batting number 13.
And the Gators record their first out here of the bottom of the second inning. Well, now coming to bat, number 13, Daly. Daly steps in. Avilo comes set. And here comes the pitch. And it's going to miss there for ball 1. And this is low for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. And that one is inside. There loses her glove trying to reach for that one. All right, brings the count now to 3-0. And that's in there for a strike. Now I say 3-1. And that one sails high for ball 4. And with 1 out, the Boca Impact now have a base runner at first.
Now batting number 55, Brianna.
Number 55 now, the batter, Brianna Flanagan. Watches the first pitch sail in there for strike 1. Interesting story here. The catcher, Haley Hirsch, and Brianna Flanagan were way back when in 8U on the same team. Wellington Wild, which has since disbanded. And that's in there for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes here. And that ball is going to get away to the screen as it goes a little high. And the runner advances. And Brianna going to step back in there on a count of 1 and 2. And that one gets fouled away. And the count 2 and 2. And again, fouled away to the backstop. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the changeup is going to drop into left field. The runner's going to try to throw to third. Oh, but the ball gets away. Well, he almost had an out there at third base, but throw gets away from the third baseman. But no runs across the plate yet. And Brianna with a nice hit on the changeup winds up at second base. So runners now at 2 and 3 with 1 out. And coming to bat now, number 19, Davenport. Davenport check swings for strike 1. And that ball is going to get fouled towards third base. And the count now 0 and 2. And that ball is going to get hit foul to the left side. And Davenport steps back in again on 2 strikes. And again, ball fouled off to the left side. Stays alive there. And the count remains 0 and 2. All right, number 19, Davenport still at bat, an 0-2 count. Abel Fitzgerald in the circle on 32 pitches so far. Here comes pitch 33. And that one is going to get hit foul towards the third base side. Hits the dugout fence. And we stay at 0 and 2. And that one gets fouled straight back to Haley, catcher. And the count remains 0 and 2. Long at bat here for Davenport. She's fouling away a lot of stuff. Oh, the changeup misses for ball 1. All right, so now 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Davenport. And this is low and outside for ball 3. I'm going to check that. It might be ball 2. Glancing over at my game changer here, trying to see where we're at. Nope, 3 and 2. Okay, full count. Nope, I'm right. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a swinging strike 3. Well, nice at bat for Davenport as she did try to stay on it there. A lot of balls batted away, quality at bat there for sure. And the catcher Haley here having to take a moment to tie her shoelace there on that right shoe. Brings to bat now Smith for the Impact. And the first pitch misses just high and outside for ball one. And that comes right down the river for strike one to bring the count even at 1-1. One ball, one strike, the count with 2 outs. And fouled to the backstop to bring the count to 1-2. So for the Impact, the base runners, Dally at third, Flanagan at second, Smith at bat. Defensively for the Gators, Peyton Williamson at first, Cameron Solano at second, Kinsley Roman at short, Addison Held at third. And here comes the pitch from Avilo, and called there for a strike. And that is the third strike. So, and also the third out. We round out the second inning here, and the Gators still up by a score of 12-0 here on the Florida Softball Network. To the bottom of the second inning we go here on the Florida Softball Network with the Gators up by a score of 12-0. First up to bat is Peyton Williamson for the Gators. And she's going to take the first one foul towards third base. Peyton steps back in on an 0-1 count. Oh, high fly ball. The second baseman under it and catches it to record the first out. So the first out at the top of the third inning, recorded there by the second baseman.
Number 10, Avilo.
And the Gators flip the lineup as Avilo Fitzgerald now steps up to bat. Avilo is 1 for 1 today. And watches the first one sail in there on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Oh, there's a hard hit ball. This gets over the left fielder's head. And Avilo is going to put on the wheels and hold up at second base with a stand-up double. Nice shot there by Avilo. Brings to bat now Cameron Solano. And Cameron watches the first ball outside for ball one. All right, we'll look for the second pitch here of the at-bat. And that grabs the inside part of the plate for strike two. So Robertson puts Cameron down in the count. Oh, and that one is drilled, but just foul. Nice deep hit, but just a long strike. But good contact there by Cameron. And that one is just foul by maybe an inch. All right, Cameron steps back up here. Count 1 and 2, rips another one to the left side, but foul. All very solid, strong hits. Let's see what we're gonna see here. If she can get one fair, she might take it for a good long ride. Count now 1 and 2. That one is way high in the air towards second base. And she unfortunately pops that one out after some solid contact, but just all going foul, and then gets under that ball for the second out. So coming up to bat now, Fatima Masri. Fati steps in. And that one's going to go outside and get past the catcher, allowing Avalo to advance to third base. That ball is going to be outside for ball 2. So both pitches just missing a little bit outside. Fati stepping in with a 2-ball, no strike count with 2 outs. And again, misses outside. So all 3 pitches actually missing in the exact same location. Pitcher needs to make a little slight adjustment. Hit that strike zone. Fati going to be looking here at a 3-ball, no strike count. And she drills that one. It's going to make it, a bad bounce for the second baseman. Allows Fati to reach first and rack up an RBI there as another run crosses home plate. So that's bringing the Gators score to 13-0. And Kira Sherman now stepping up to bat. And Kira's going to hit that one that gets past the shortstop. And she's on with the single.
Let it go, Kira!
And it looks like the ball getting away here on the throws around. Some errors being made. And Gators taking advantage of that to advance over to second and third base. All right, now Addison Held, number 12, coming up to bat. Addie 1 for 2 today on this game. Watches the first pitch for strike 1. And Addie rips that one, but foul towards third base. Gonna dribble out into left field, where the left fielder's gonna grab it and throw it back in. And the count's gonna be 0-2. So 0-2 count here. Watches that one miss low for 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. Standing at third base, Fatima Masri. At second, Kira Sherman. And at bat, Addison Held. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The delivery. And that one is going to get hit foul towards the third base side. Addie's ready. Pitcher comes set. The 1-2 pitch is drilled out into left field. That's going to score one. That's going to score another run. And Addie's going to come around to third base as the ball gets past the catcher.
Now batting number 7, Haley.
All right, now coming to bat is Haley Hirsch with a runner at third base. And 2 additional runs coming in on that. And she watches the first pitch for ball 1. And that one gets in there for strike 1, bringing the count even at 1-1. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike now, the count. Gators up by a score of 15-0. And Haley hits that one. It's going to drop foul. That brings the count now to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And again, going to be foul there. Coach Travis tries to make a play there on the ball. Okay, 1 ball, 2 strikes. We do it all over again. Haley steps in.
Be a hitter now, come on.
And that ball is going to bounce before it reaches the plate to bring the count now even to 2-2.
Come on.
2 balls, 2 strikes here on Haley. RBI just 60 feet away. And that one is going to get fielded by the third baseman who throws across the diamond. And they record the 3rd out. All right, it's the bottom of the 3rd inning we go. Looks like time has probably expired here, so it's going to be last at bats for the Impact as they try to score 15 runs to tie at 16 to win it. Ava Vargas now at bat. Watches the first pitch sail high for ball 1. Still working in the circle is Avalo Fitzgerald. Catching behind the plate, Haley Hirsch. Over at first base, Kira Sherman. Second is Kinsley Roman. Shortstop is Kennedy Copeland. Third base is Addison Held. I'll tell you the outfield here in a moment. Here's a swing and a miss there for strike 1. Brings the count even at 1-1. Your outfielders from left to right. Left field, Reese Kennerson. In center field is Fatima Masri. And in right field is Peyton Williamson. And there's a swing for strike 2. Brings the count now to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swinging strike 3.
Now batting.
And the Gators are able to record their first out here of the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now coming up to bat, number 25, Vasquez. She'll watch the changeup hit for strike 1. Nice dirty changeup there by Avila.
I was standing there.
And there's another changeup. Tried to swing on it, couldn't connect for strike 2. So 2 nasty changeups put Vasquez down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And that just misses for a ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a swinging strike 3.
Now batting, number 44, Ava Midget.
All right, now coming to bat, number 44. Watches the first ball miss outside. Here's our next pitch. There's a swinging strike 2. All right, so 2 outs here. Avila delivers. Well, I guess we were on a 1-1 count, so okay, that brings it to 1-2. Sorry about that. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. And that misses high outside for a ball. So now the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. And let's get a miss low and inside for ball 3. So it brings the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So number 44, Midget, steps in on a full count. And is rung up there for strike 3. And that's going to be the ball game, as the Gators easily take care of the Boca Impact by a score of 15-0. That's going to do it for our 3 games streamed today. We are going to be back to you tomorrow. Game times yet to be determined, but if you do subscribe to the Florida Softball Network, you will be notified. We're just going to have to wait for the rest of the games to get played today and for the bracket to come out shortly. So we will definitely post those game times as soon as we know them. And it's going to be single elimination gameplay tomorrow. But in this game, we finish it out with the Gators easily defeating the Boca Impact by a score of 15-0 here from Jensen Beach, Florida, the USSSA Sailfish Splash Tournament. My name's Dave. Ask you to like, we ask you to subscribe to the channel, and we ask you to enjoy softball, and we appreciate the support. We'll check back with you tomorrow from the clay. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the Florida Softball Network.